Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Get Queered, the channel where I talk to you guys about gender and sexuality every Tuesday and Friday. With the exception of last week, I have missed both uploads and I do sincerely apologize, but as promised I will be talking about non-binary and what that means, and also getting into some variants of non-binary gender identities. So first things first, what exactly is non-binary? Well, if you break the word down, non and binary, it's pretty easy to gather what it means, but we'll break it down a little bit further. So, there is a gender binary, male and female. Non-binary folks, such as myself, identify as neither male or female. We just kind of don't identify with either gender. It's really that simple. So for me, like I said in my coming out video, I've kind of always felt out of place as both female and male. So after a process of elimination, I realized that I was non-binary. I was neither. I personally go by the pronouns they, them. There are variants. There are people who go by Z and Zer, and there's all sorts of different things. I think that's how you say those pronouns. Sorry if I'm saying those incorrectly. But there are alternate pronouns that people will use, but the most common one is they, them, which is just a gender neutral term. I personally use they, them for anyone I'm not sure of or anyone that I don't know personally, just because it's usually a safe bet. You don't have to do this, but I just like to do it as a safe practice just so I don't end up hurting anyone's feelings or anything like that. It's just a lot easier for me, at least. So some variants of non-binary identities. There are people who are completely non-binary, don't plan on taking any type of hormones, they're perfectly happy with the way they present themselves, they just identify as non-binary. There are other people who identify as, like for example, non-binary trans-masculine, so they are still non-binary, they still don't necessarily identify as either gender, but they do want to transition to make themselves look more masculine. Basically, trans feminine or trans masculine, non-binary people, really all that means is that they're still transitioning to appear more feminine or masculine, but they still identify as neither gender. That's all that means. And again, those people I typically will go by they, them, and then they'll also are fine with like she, her, he, him, depending on whether they're trans feminine or trans masculine, obviously. Now, as far as the way non-binary people present themselves, this is kind of a big one for me, because for example, I don't bind a lot, which actually, give me one second, I'm gonna go get a binder, that way you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so this, hang on a second, this is a binder. Well, this is one version of a binder. It looks like this. Ooh, smells like perfume. What it looks like and basically what it is a compression garment, so literally like Spanx, that's what this material is. And then this panel right here, here to here, is a piece that's ultra compressing, so if I were to put this on, this would flatten my chest. So I don't wear one of these all the time, and I will make a video all about binders because I also found some really dope websites with some really dope ones, because I thought you could only get like these kind, but there's other kind, but for another video. So I don't wear one of these all the time. I really rarely wear one of these, and the simple reason why is just because, one, I don't have that much dysphoria regarding my chest and my breasts, and two, I don't, well, it's just, frankly, it's just uncomfortable. I do like wearing it. I like the way it makes me look and feel, because there are some times where I want to look really a lot more masculine, have like a flatter chest and everything, but honestly it's just too painful. It hurts my back and my chest, as I'm sure any person who wears a binder knows. So not everyone is going to present themselves the same way. I've had so many people tell me, if you're not binary, why do you wear makeup and dresses and feminine clothes and stuff? And my belief is none of those things should be gendered anyway, and that's just how I express myself. I also wear plenty of masculine things. I just enjoy wearing makeup and stuff, and that can go for plenty of people. not everyone's super androgynous, you know, like that. We all have a different way of expressing our gender identities and presenting ourselves. Mine just happens to be a lot more feminine than other people's, but that doesn't mean I'm not non-binary, and that doesn't mean anyone else is non-binary. If you're non-binary, you're non-binary, or if you say you're non-binary, then you're non-binary. But yeah, again, this is the binder, coming soon to another video. I looked forever for this thing. But yeah, so not everyone's going to present themselves the same way. It's just like anybody else with any other gender identity. I'm gonna put my glasses back on. I forgot that I took them off. But yeah, so in a nutshell, that's everything to do with non-binary. And dysphoria is something I will get into in another video. Everybody experiences dysphoria differently, and again, that's something I will cover more in depth in another video. But this was our video all about non-binary and what it means and some variants of it. If you guys would like me to do any other video regarding this topic and any sort of specifics, I'd be more than happy to, but this is really all there is to non-binary, realistically, as far as people go. There's a lot more information you can read about it. So I hope this video was informative. It wasn't too rambly or anything, because this was a video I didn't really have to research all that much, because there really wasn't anything to research, because it's really a simple thing. But any topic ideas, feel free to leave them down below. I'm not sure what my next video is going to be about. I have some ideas. I think I wanted to do something regarding more sexuality, since I've done a couple things about gender. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys want to see, hear about. And as always, if you like this video, please share it with any of your friends so they can all get queered. And like and share and subscribe and all that good stuff. And of course, as always, comment down below and share your stories and discuss down below and any questions you may have. I would be happy to answer them. And as always, guys, stay queered.